So it seems like for the first time in a very long time, ladies and gentlemen, the media have now decided to speak out against what is going on over in China, which for me, this is quite strange because normally they say nothing, right? The spine of the media just collapses. It cracks, it folds over, and there's complete radio silence. So I don't actually know why now they've decided to speak out against China. Maybe you guys can let me know because I have no idea. But there are headlines everywhere regardless, right? It is trending on Twitter. For once, the people of China have finally decided enough is enough. They want to speak out. They want change. They are protesting. And I'm just surprised it took this long. The draconian ways, the dictatorship, the tyranny that goes on over there is insane. Ever since CV19 has come about, their lives have turned upside down. And we can sit here all day and complain about how evil our governments were during the whole thing. Their experience, different ballgame, right? I don't think anything compares to it. The surveillance of the people ever since then has turned up 100. And with these most recent lockdowns, if they've even been out of lockdown, have they been out of lockdown? I don't even know. But enough is enough for the Chinese people. We've all seen the pictures, we've all seen the videos of the people in China being locked up to the point where they couldn't even go outside to buy food, obviously integrate with people, essentially stay in their rooms and just hope for the best. And recently there are so many videos circulating online of potentially people wielding shut the doors of apartments so they couldn't even go out to do anything. And the straw that broke the camel's back is allegedly a fire broke out in one of these apartments and a few people unfortunately died because, well, they weren't allowed to leave because of the rules that were being enforced. These people are humans, right? And what is going on over there, let's be honest, is criminal. Am I even allowed to say that? Who knows, right? But I don't think anybody can agree with what's going on over there. Maybe some deranged leftist who still believes all the headlines. Maybe they're like, well, you know what? I've actually seen accounts on Twitter saying maybe China knows something about this that we don't. Well, nobody deserves this. They deserve their basic human rights to walk outside, okay? James Melville sent out this tweet that brought it to my attention, and the video that's attached to this is crazy. Protests are erupting across China as people have had enough of the draconian zero CV19 lockdowns. This is what eventually happens when people power mobilizes against oppressive governments that take away freedoms and human dignity. Man, you know, one of the craziest parts about all of this is when you really start to think about it, China is supposed to be this next, I don't know, global superpower, the one that has a grip on the world and tells everybody what to do. If they, you know, really, I don't know if they're on America's level right now just yet. They have a lot of control, let's just say that. You know, when America says something, when America does something, when America acts, everybody else does. Especially in this country, you know, monkey say, monkey do. I don't think China are on that level just yet, but they will be in the next 10 to 15 years, right? So what does that mean for everybody else? What does that mean for you? What does that mean for me? Because if they're going to enforce a George Orwell 1984 live action film on everybody, like they do in China, I don't want any part of that. Okay, so I will be getting a rocket to Mars with Elon Musk, and you lot are going to have to, I don't know, DM me on Twitter and tell me what's going on, because I don't want any part of that. That video I just showed you anyway was just a short taste of what is going on out there. I can't show you all of the clips because we'd be here for hours, but there are so many videos of people in China protesting, finally raising their voices. I'll show you one video, however, that the Telegraph posted of many people protesting, and they were so upset, they're so angry, they are now calling for Xi Jinping to resign. Xi Jinping! 习近平，解放新疆，解放新疆，解放全中国，解放全中国。护短，护短，护短，放人，放人， Yeah, this is pretty insane, isn't it? You know, I don't think anybody really expected the Chinese people to go ahead and start protesting, because the narrative that is sold to us anyway in the West is that Chinese people do as they're told. right? But obviously, they've had enough and they want their power back. These protests are going to be met with a lot of force by the Chinese government. Let's put that out there now. There's going to be a lot of force. People are already getting arrested, right? Left, right, and center. People are getting arrested. Even a BBC journalist, apparently, according to The Guardian, has been arrested. Here's a video.
Now.
They're just doing their job and the Chinese authorities are like, nah, son, you're coming with us. I imagine these protests are going to go on for some time, maybe a few weeks. I think we can all agree with that. I think they've just started. I think the Chinese people especially deserve their voices to be heard. I think they deserve the right to protest without bad things happening. We don't know the true ins and outs, right, of what goes on in China. This could have been going on for weeks and we've only just now found out, right? All it took was one video to get leaked on social media and that's it. They all just started pouring in. Who knows how long this has been going on for? And this is where I thank Elon Musk's Twitter, right? Because if it was the previous ownership, I don't think we would have seen barely anything, maybe 1, 2 videos, that's it. And this is why I thank him, because he's allowing new things, a lot of things, to be brought to light. I mean, would the previous Twitter ownership allow a video of the Chinese government allegedly preparing anti-riot vehicles? Probably not, but here it is.
可是啥情况啦？可看起来吓人哦！可啥么子啊？可是啊？哪能介许多啊？我操！
Yeah, I think things are going to get a lot worse, out of hand, before things get any better. As I said earlier, the Chinese authorities are going to meet these protests with a lot of force that the average person just can't combat mentally and physically. So when the collective energy of the people just depletes, things will go back to normal, right? We won't even hear about, I guarantee you, 2 weeks' time, it'll be a different news story. We won't even hear about this and China will just resume like normal and people will be put back into lockdowns, right? And I know people are now calling for the resignation of Xi Jinping, but he's not going anywhere, right? These countries operate differently. They don't get rid of their leaders every 5 minutes at a drop of a hat, right? These people stay in for a very long time. And obviously this is the way that he wants to enforce things, right? And who am I to judge? I don't think any country right now has any moral high ground over anybody else. But obviously this is what Xi Jinping wants to do. And the longer he wants to do this, who knows what will happen. But I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't expect world leaders to start speaking out against him. I don't expect Joe Biden to do a press conference straight away and start speaking out against him. I don't expect Rishi Sunak to do it either. They're all scared. They're all scared of the consequences that will happen because it will then become a verbal war between whoever and China, and the other side just can't handle that. I mean, we've all seen what happened at a certain G20 summit between Xi Jinping and Canada's good old leader, so yeah, I think the intimidation is quite strong. But what I find hilarious to round off this video is how Sky News have now spun this story, because when people in the UK protested, right, during the lockdowns, they were labelled as dangerous conspiracy theorists, but now China are doing it. It's a brave act. Who are you? It's the what? It's funny how agendas are pushed to suit a certain narrative, really, isn't it? But what do you guys think, ladies and gentlemen? Have you seen the Chinese protests? What are your opinions on them? Do you think the Chinese people are in the right to do so? I would like to know. If you have enjoyed today's video, then please, for me, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. I hope you have a great day. I hope you stay safe. I'm out. Peace. See you next time.